Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. Now, there's going to be a 30-second delay, so we're just going to wait until it pops up on the page that I am live. Okay.
Now we're live. Woo.
Okay, it is showing me. Are you in yet?
I'm in. I'm going to start sharing. Start tagging people.
Okay, I will too. Just a few minutes just to see if we can get people in. Let's see. So it is raining here. Okay, I got Barb sent.
Okay.
If you didn't.
I didn't. But I got Bill and
Okay.
Sandra says hi. Hi, Sandra.
All right.
Hi, Madison. Hi, Gator.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, Laura. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Jean. Hi, Sandra. Hi, France. I just love that, France. Hi, Madison. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Cheryl. Wow. I didn't expect this many. Hi, Lori.
Francis says they've been waiting an hour and 11 minutes.
I wonder if she might be East Coast. That's why.
Hey, Monkey.
Monk's on. Hi, Fran. So, welcome everyone. Hi, Karen. So, most of you know, and if you don't, I'm about to tell you that this is Stampin' Up's 30th anniversary of being a company. And so this week, a bunch of my Stampin' sisters are going to go to Onstage Live in Orlando, Florida. I am really jealous because the prediction here is rain and snow and 30 degrees. Is that what
Beth Ann.
Hi, Beth Ann. Is that what we saw in the news tonight, Bill?
Yeah, chance of snow later the week. Rawr.
So,
Bad word.
Bad word, yeah. Snow's a 4-letter word in my book. But, so they're going to be going, and I'm going to miss out on the opportunity, and I am sad about that, but I want to wish all of my Stampin' sisters a wonderful time, especially if it's their first time to any one of our, Stampin' events, because they're amazing. And when I say amazing, I mean amazing. So, like, they treat you really well at these things. You get to go and you get to see all of the like newest products. So they're going to be able to see like the celebration items that'll be coming up and the new catalog, and I'm super jealous about that. But anyway, Bill tonight, and this was funny, as I was getting ready, there was like 15 minutes and I had like a little crank in my upper back, probably from stamping and stuff. Hi, Barb. Hi, Brenda. Thanks for joining. He started rubbing the top of my shoulders, and what was that song? Eye of the Tiger? Because I'm 2 days early on Facebook Live. So let's get going because I actually have some fun stuff tonight. Let's just start off with share my video to your wall to be entered into a chance for prizes. Okay. If you haven't signed up for Paper Pumpkin, boy, last month was so fun. You saw a week ago. Hi, Jerry Lynn. You saw a week ago Monday I did a video because I ended up having to cancel out because of Halloween for my Facebook Live, but I did kind of a revamp on the Paper Pumpkin that they had for last month, and it was the feathers one, which is totally my thing, so I was so excited that I got that. I don't know, we never know what's coming, but it looks kind of like a Christmas box. So they're $20 a month. You have to sign up before November 10th to get this one, to get in on this. That's how they get it mailed out to you. Your first one, just like last month, I had my first one, and I got one of the Paper Pumpkin basic blocks. It's a size D block, and then a little Stampin' spot. Your first one, you'll get the block, but then they'll give you all the supplies, like the Stampin' spot, the ink, and everything that you'd need. The only thing that you'd need for it is some sort of adhesive, and some sort of paper snips. So that's really awesome, and it looks like it's going to be kind of a holiday decor. This month they are having a special snowflake snow case that they're offering, and this is just available. It's a one-time thing. It's available just this month until November 30th, or when supplies last. So look at this stuff. It has 2 stamp sets, and you can buy one or both, and then it has some snowflake Thinlits dies that are kind of detailed. I don't know if this shows very good or not. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Lynette. Some velvet white sheets that are supposed to look like they're like snowflake-ish, I guess. Is that a word? I'm always making up words. And then some snowflake trinkets that you can add on there. And then this, I've seen people doing quite a bit with this. Kind of a, looks like a snowflake, but then it can be a flower. Yeah, snowflake-ish. So, and I've seen some really cute things done with this tree that they make it look like a background stamp, so that's pretty cool too. Anyway, this is only while supplies last, so if you need that information on these numbers, if you're interested in that or seeing more, you can always check it out at my store. Just click the Shop Now button and it'll take you to my store and you can look at the stamps. So this is the special this month. And let's just get right on into stamping. Get ready to rumble, Bill says. Okay, now let me get my first project box. So last month Stampin' Up! Had a special where you could get an extra 15% off of stamp sets, and I took advantage of that. And I actually had my eyeball on this stamp set. This is the Tea Room Suite. And I had my eye on this since the catalog came out. I just hadn't got it. Yes, I don't have everything. I have a huge wall behind me that's like 9 foot by 6 foot, but I still don't have everything. And I took advantage of it because I like it when they have these discounts. They only have them every so often. You never know when they're coming until usually like at the most, I think we get like a week's notice. Otherwise, it's maybe days in advance. But I took advantage of it, and it has, this is the stamp set, Time for Tea. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I really liked the teacup in this, but I didn't know how much I was really going to like this stamp set until after I dove into it. It also, you can purchase, now if you purchase them together, you save 10%, but you can also purchase the Spot of Tea Framelits. And who's that? Who's that?
Sarge.
Oh, Tara. Hi, Tara. Good to see ya. So, anyway, it has these wonderful framelits to go with it, and I love this because as you see in their samples, it kind of has like a doily effect to it. This is on page 14 and 15 in the catalog. But the other thing that I like that Stampin' Up's doing is they're giving you 2 sets of dies. And you know, it'd be easier if I just bring this up here. 2 sets of dies. So in the stamp set itself, they have this flower, and then they have this, oh, I don't want to call it a sprig. What do I want to call this? It's a swag? I don't know. Anyway, so you can cut more than one out at a time, especially these little pieces where you want to just run it through, and I love that they're doing that. This isn't the first stamp set that they're doing this with. So I purchased this, and then I decided I needed some more matching things. So I did purchase the ribbon combo pack, which we'll be using that tonight, and it has beautiful like copper tone on the edges of this little thin 1/8 inch ribbon. And then I also purchased this. This is the Memories and More card pack. And so you can use it for if you are like a scrapbooker, but of course I'm a card maker more than anything. So look at this. I just want to show you like some of the things that comes with this. So that is perfectly usable for a card. In fact, we're going to be using this one tonight. Okay, hi Gwen. But look at these beautiful pieces, and they have things on the back. So if you're wanting to be a card maker and you're not sure about it yet, this is a great way to start. These are like $10, these Memories and More card packs. And some of these little things, like look at this, I love it. So they have, well, what are those? Are those bees? And butterflies, and this is just a window sheet that can go on that, which I think is great. Are anybody saying anything? Are they liking it?
They're liking it. A lot of hearts.
Okay, so perfect. There's patterns.
Beverly said she made a card with the Santa Workshop one today.
Who did? Beverly? Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad she showed up. There's something I want her to see too. So, anyway, so you can see that. And then they also have, look at this, it comes with areas like if you're memory keeping, you can write on, and you can use this as cardstock, you know, like DSP. Look at this one. I love this. It's got that little bit of, I like that way better, but isn't that neat? And you can put something in there. And then some stickers, and I love these stickers that come with it. It's got this big butterfly one and some labels and some little ones, and they all coordinate. So I wanted to get that because I haven't done enough with Memories and More, and I wanted to showcase that. But we're going to use this little piece tonight, and we're going to start off by making a card. So I'm going to put this all away now. And of course, it'll never go back into the box the same way, right? Of course not. So we're just going to move it out of my hair so I don't have to worry about that. So that's what I got out of this set, and I just wanted to show you where to get it and yada yada. So let's get our project box over here because we're going to use some of this stuff to make a card to start off. And I've got a calendar that we're going to make here next using this product. So I started off with a card base, and this is Calypso Coral. No, this is Calypso Coral. This is Coastal Cabana. Get them all wrong. I went ahead and pre-cut out one of those, like I said, doily type looking pieces. This is the larger one. My Calypso Coral is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So we'll put that there. So starting with the card base here, I'm going to just fold that in half. I love this Calypso Coral. I didn't think there'd be anything that I'd like as much as Bermuda Bay, but I think I'm wrong. So this is cut at 3 by 4. That's how I came up with the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, because I just want to mat that on there, okay? Because I think those colors look really good. I think that this is crushed curry in there. I'd have, well, yeah, because now when I turn this over, I can see it is crushed curry. But I liked the teaspoons, since this is a stamp set about tea time.
Calypso Coral's back.
Coastal Cabana.
Calypso Coral.
Calypso Coral never left. She meant the Coastal Cabana. She did the same thing I did. Okay, so I'm going to add a little faux ribbon and bow here, and I'm going to use the the Coastal Cabana one. This one. What is this? Very vanilla. And so what I want to do is I want to have this just kind of loop around each end. So I'm going to do that by just throwing down some fast fuse down here on each side. And hopefully I have that far enough down, because I'm not going to, there we go. There we go. So that's holding it down that way, and it's giving it that angle. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. Do you know if both Kristens made it?
I haven't seen either one of them.
I saw Kristen Tatum, but I don't know if...
There about 27 people on, so...
Okay. There we go. So, I wanted that angle to be the same. That's why I was looking at that. Yay, that looks the same. And while I've got this out, I might as well make a bow. There's a couple ways to make a bow, but I'm just going to do the old-fashioned way here. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go the other route. Anyone asking any questions?
No questions. This ribbon is so pretty.
It is, isn't it?
All kinds of hearts and
I know it.
thumbs up. Yay!
Okay. I'm just going to cut that off. And so I'm going to get a glue dot out. My infamous glue dots. And I'm going to...
You said you did the bow really well.
Yeah, I'm getting a little better on camera, aren't I, guys? My hands used to shake when I first started, but now I figure... Well, I don't know how many times I make mistakes anymore. I've just decided that it's just inevitable that I'm going to make a mistake. So, okay, so I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. Okay, so I got a little bow on there. Now I'm going to take this, and with my green glue, have to glue this a little different than I normally would do. But I'm going to stick it on. With the fast fuse on there, you don't really have the same wiggle room that I always talk about with green glue. So try to make it as accurate as possible, because fast fuse sticks. So that's pretty good. There we go. Okay, now let's go to the stamping portion. So I'm going to use Memento just because I've fallen in love with the Memento. And I'm going to, the image that I'm using, I don't know, maybe you can see that there. You fill my cup with happiness. Isn't that cute? I thought it was for a little teacup that we're going to be doing. And I'm going to do this like at the top of my, I'm going to call it a doily. I should get a scrap, and I should get my mat down because it does help stamp for a better image, and I should test, right? Because I always tell you guys test, 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 so not bad. Okay. Is my hands in screen? You never did say anything.
What's that?
Are my hands in screen?
Yep.
Okay. So I just kind of got this up at the top of my image. And then while I've got, I'm going to take the teacup now, and I'm going to grab a piece of, see, scrap. This is how you use everything. much pressure. Now, I preach over and over again about using the thick white. Oh, shoot, I hit the camera, sorry. About using the thick white, Whisper White paper, because when you're using the Stampin' blends, and I'm going to be using the Calypso Coral blends tonight, it helps for, so you don't bleed. This isn't, but I've learned how to use the blends pretty good, and I'm not going to be doing like a bunch of blending, so I'm just going to show you what I do. I normally use the brush end. Tonight I'm going to use the bullet end, just for a difference in demonstration. I like to start with the darker color, and the reason, and I'm trying to stay away from, I get too many thoughts in my head at once and they're all coming out at one time. I want to stay away from the Memento ink. The one thing I will say is you do need to use the Tuxedo Black Memento ink if you're using any kind of an alcohol marker. If you use StazOn or anything else, it's going to smear all over the place. So definitely use the Memento ink. I'm going to start with the darkest because I want to add the highlights here of my teacup. And since I'm going to be blending it with this end.
Hi, Trina.
Oh, hi, Trina. I lost my thought there. Well, let's just get going. So I know that where they've got these shadings in the stamp set is where it's going to be darker. So I'm going to start there. So I'm just going to go in here and the reason why I'm going with the bullet end instead of the brush end is sometimes the brush end kind of lays down a large layer of color. And I don't want a large layer of color. So I'm going to pretend like it's darker there. That doesn't make sense. Not a large, it bleeds more. Does that make sense? I'm trying to make sense. And I want to keep away from the black lines. I don't want to like soak them. So I'm just blending that line out that I just made.
Tons of hearts.
Okay, good. They're getting it then, I hope. Sometimes I just talk and talk and talk, and I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side. As you see, it's got kind of a little line there. And I know that this inside of the saucer is going to be dark. And as you can see, I mean, it's kind of sketchy. I'm not an artist by any means. That's why I stamp. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and fill these in. Kind of blend that out a little bit, but not a lot. That's why I'm using that bullet end. And I think I'm just going to take the handle. There we go. So I'm going to go back here, and I want to go on this side of the cup a little darker. And underneath here, and maybe I'll have that come out just a little bit more. And so I'm blending it in just by making circles, but when I get to these black lines, I just don't push as hard. I don't this is kind of relaxing, you guys. Can she chew gum and walk, or at the same time? We're not sure. So you see what I'm doing? I'm going with the darker, and then I'm just blending out and in. Do you know if Angie made it on?
I haven't seen him, but
okay.
Andy's on.
And then I'm just going to fill the rest in. So you can kind of see the blending. Now, then I cut it out with the Framelit. But since I have one done, and this is dried already, so it comes out. Hi, Brina. You see how it kind of gives the shading in there? And if you wanted to, you can go back in after you get the color on. And I'm just going to do this just for effect more than anything. Just to show you. We do have a Color Lifter is what it's called. And it's got the brush tip and the bullet tip. And so if you wanted to make a highlight on this, like say you wanted a, oh, maybe a highlight over here, you can see how it takes up some of the color there. I like it. I'll tell you what I like it for. If I go outside of the lines, I can go and take it out. But so then it gives you kind of a little highlight. Okay, so that's my, just make sure that when you put the pens on, you hear that snap. Otherwise they'll dry out. They are alcohol based compared to our Stampin' Right markers. Okay, let's go back to our card now. So I have the teacup, and I've cut it out with the Framelits, and I want to, let's glue this down. It looks like I'm putting more glue on than what I actually am. And then let's take the, let's see, I want Stampin' Dimensionals, not the minis. Will that hold it up? Yeah, that'll hold it up. Okay. And just pop that up here. So then underneath my sentiment, I'm just going to put my little teacup. Okay, we're not done, but wait, there's more. So let's get out our rhinestones here. And I want to take the dark Stampin' Blends. This is the other thing I love about our blends. And I want to just put some color. I'm going to lay some color on top of one of these with the brush tip. It doesn't take too much to get that color. And so you can see I've got all of these clear gems, and then I've got one with some beautiful Calypso coral on it. And I know as I was taking pictures of this for my blog post that I'll put out, let me just dry that a minute. It doesn't take too much. This shows up better in person than I can photograph it. I don't know why. I'm not a professional photographer. That could be part of it. Okay, and I'm just going to put it, see the little dot in the teacup? Ah! Let's see. Does it show for you guys? Bill, tell me if it shows.
Well, hold on. I gotta wait for it to catch up.
Oh, I forget. You're ahead of me. Or I'm ahead of you. You tell me if it shows. Are you there yet?
Yeah. It shows
Oh, well, I'm sitting here holding
no,
that
it just
thing.
popped up. It
Oh.
just got there.
Okay, so that's our first project for tonight. Now I'm excited about the next one. So, a couple of you that are watching, I know, do like craft fairs and stuff. So this is really kind of for you. Let me get my next project box because this has a lot going on. So we're going to make, using the same stamp set, a completely different look that has nothing to do with tea. But we're going to use the stamp set. And I did that on purpose so that you guys could see how versatile things are. Look at what you have. Mix and match if you do. If you have things that you can mix and match, it's the way to really like, what's the word I'm looking for? Make use of your products. So I'm going to set this aside even though I don't want to because you fill my cup with happiness. I think it's cute. Mm-hmm. Any comments? Any questions from anyone?
Just very nice. Looks great.
Okay, but no questions?
Not yet.
So I want to make with you guys a little calendar that you can give as a gift. And I think that this is the cutest thing. It could be a stocking stuffer. This is the perfect time of year. It could be a stocking stuffer. It could be something for your boss. I don't know, some coworkers. So, and it's so easy to make. So we're going to start off, and I'm just going to tell you, you can get these little calendars about anywhere on the internet if you just look it up. Because I ended up purchasing mine. I know that you can print some off, but Amazon carries them. It just depends on what you're looking for and what size you want. So I don't even know what size.
Santa gift.
A secret Santa gift. That was a good idea. These are 3 inches by 2 1/4, because I know if I didn't say that, someone would want to know what I was using. So I'm going to start off with I'm going to put this down so you guys can see. I'm going to use a card base of 5.5 by 8.5, which is a normal card base that we usually use. Okay, and then I'm going to score this at 3, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Score tool. I love this tool. I'm going to put that up there so everyone can see. And the coordinating DSP that I chose is the Tropical Escapes. That's why I came up with
Teacher's Gift, another one.
Oh, Teacher's Gift. That's a great idea, actually. With the Granny Apple Green cardstock. And here's my reasoning. You could do them in Christmas stuff, but when you get to July of next year, you're not really going to want a Christmas one. So I wanted to do something that would kind of be all year round, I guess. So if you're giving them as stocking stuffers, you could do it in Christmas. But like I said, if it's going to sit on their desk, I don't know if they want to have Christmas all that much. So we're going to use the scoring, and we're going to score it at 3. So I put the long way out here. 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Okay. I was told once that there's kind of the embossed and the debossed side, and that you want to fold it so that the humped edge is on the inside, because it shows less creases on the outside. Just a little tip, thought I'd throw it in there. So I want to score that down. I want to do the next one. Now on the next one, I'm going to go the opposite direction. So, but that's on the inside, so no one can see the little, I can tell already why they have you score it that way, but, and then this one. Okay, I'm going to use, you can use tear and tape, but just for time, I'm going to use some of my fast fuse that on the edge here. On that bottom. The way I like to do it the best, I guess maybe it'll be easier for me, I like to start in the middle. I always do when I'm folding card bases or anything, and push that down and then make sure that my edges line up. So, ta-da, we have a little tent. Isn't that awesome? Love it. Okay. Now I took a piece of DSP, and you can use any one that you want. Like I said, I'm doing the Tropical Escape. I love it. I think it's pretty. I love Granny Apple Green. But I did a coordinating piece of 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to glue that on. So this will stand up by their desk or their computer, which, by the way, I'm making myself one because every time I want to know, oh, what date is that on? I just want to look quick. I don't want to open up my planner or my phone, believe it or not. I know I should be more excited about opening it up on my phone, but maybe I'm using my phone, or I don't know. That could be I'm talking on it. So,
That are you doing a live?
well, I probably wouldn't be looking up on date if I was on a live, but okay. So now I've got kind of the base that this is going to sit on. So now I am going to grab my Terran tape because it is really strong, and I'm going to put it on the back of this little calendar. And it really doesn't need that much. So I'm just going to do it. Some people do it all the way around, but it really doesn't need that much. This stuff is pretty sticky. Did you see how it stuck to my hand?
Yeah.
Finally, you're talking. You've been so quiet.
I've been watching.
Okay. And you've been that entertained, Bill?
I was kind of curious what was going on.
Okay, I found the secret. If you rub it and then... So, rub it a little bit and then take that end. Look at that. How many times have you seen me struggle with that? Okay, so... And you can go either side. I'm going to go over here. And I try to center it as best I can before I actually stick it down, because once you stick it down, it's stuck. Isn't that awesome? Yay! So you can see where I'm going with it, right? Ta-da! Let me get some of my stuff out of the way here. So now I have a piece of Whisper White. You can see I've made stuff. I wonder where I got that idea from. But I'm going to start with my Memento just because I like it. And I'm going to do this in just because it'll be easier for me. So I'm inking up, not stamping up my image. Now I will stamp the image. From you to me, because this is going to be my gift to somebody. And then I will ink up. Where's the stamp set? What did I do with it? I moved it out of my way. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing here. So I used this image from you to me. And then I'm using both of these and both of these. So I'm starting with that little, what do you call that? A swag? I don't know what you call that. Let me clean my stamp here. And sometimes you can see. Okay, and so there's my flower image. And then I'm going to take these off. And I'm going to get, they have like a solid of each of these. Where is it? Here it is. So I did these two. Now I'm going to go back with these two. And I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green for the foliage. There you go. I'm just making up. Is it a swag? Is it a sprig? Is it, now it's foliage, so I don't know what it is. And I'm just going to, what I like about the photopolymer is you can see to line it up. Are my hands in line?
They seem to be.
Okay, I just want to make sure. And as I say that, I don't line it up, but it's very close. And then that is the Granny Apple Green, and it'll dry a little bit lighter. And then this is Blushing Bride. And if you look at the shape of the flower, you can see the shape of the flower here so that you can look right through. I don't know if the camera picks that up or not, but there you go. Okay, so then you can take these through the Big Shots and cut it out with the die cuts that I showed you earlier. However, for the sake of time, I already did that. So here's my pre-cut. Okay. I am going to use the 1.5 circle punch, and I am going to punch out this from you to me. And how do I want to do that? I'm going to do that down towards the bottom, I think. I'm going to put this one on the top. So the from you to me is down towards the bottom. Here, let me hold that up. And I've left a little bit of room at the top. Now this was the 1.5 inch circle punch. I gotta get some of this stuff out of my way. Okay, so let's bring our, I'm gonna get a piece of scrap black, and I'm gonna use the 1 3/4 circle punch. Now this is our older style, but these things just don't break, and I just can't see replacing it until it breaks down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue this to the black. I chose black because the paper has black in it. And so you have the nice edging there. I dropped the calendar. I did. So as you see, the paper has this black in there, and I thought that would show up very well. I want to put, I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. Because I want a little height on this. And let's see where I like it. Okay. I'm going to glue this flat. So everything's flat except for that piece so far. About like that. And then sometimes these little ones, I'm going to show you guys a quick little trick. Sometimes on these, especially these little ones, if you put your nail into it, it puts that edge up to peel them off. There you go. Okay. I'm going to just put my swag foliage there. Now on the back of this one, I'm going to put one, but I'm also going to peel that off and put another one. Why? Because, oh, I just peeled off my fingernail polish.
No, that sucks.
I know. Told you. I kind of start to relax in live when everything kind of goes wrong. So I've got this raised, but I want this raised above that, and it's going to sit behind it. That's why I put two on, so that it gives that extra dimension. And then just find where you want to put it. Oh, isn't that just so cute? Okay, but wait, there's more. So let's see. Do I want to do a pearl or a rhinestone?
Pearl. Always a pearl.
Always a pearl?
Piccadilly pearls?
For my Piccadilly pearls. Here's something. You cracked me up.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see what size I want. So I can either do it right here in the middle of the flower, or I can do like right there. But you know, I kind of think that would be pretty on the flower. What do you think?
The flower.
That's what every man says, right? Put a pearl on the flower.
Put it in the flower.
I suppose you could do one of each, but... Okay, so this is my second project, and it just sits up so it can sit up on someone's desk. Now, there's more again. Let me see if
What could there be?
I was trying to find an envelope. Here we go. I'll just use this. So, the best part about this is you can mail it. Because I don't know if Joy's on or not. Did Joy make it on?
I hadn't seen it.
Well, no wonder it's quiet. Look at that. Fits right into an envelope. It takes one stamp to mail this. That, I think, is amazing. So if you want to give somebody a gift who, you know, isn't local to you, that you're not going to see, or you're sending your Christmas photo and you want to have a little handmade gift, I think that is awesome. Isn't that cute? So, any questions from anyone?
No, they're just really loving the gift and great project.
Yeah, it is a great project, and it's been done before. This is nothing like brand new that I'm developing. I mean, do I put my own spin on it? Yeah, this was something I've never seen anyone do, but it's not a hard case. And I don't care. Any of these projects that I share with you guys, I share because I want you to case them. I want you to enjoy it. So if you're my sister stampers, it is okay to case. Use it on your blog. Use it in your craft shows. If you are customers of mine, I want you to case these items. So let's get out. Casing is what's really fun, in my opinion, because you're teaching and sharing. And someday I'd like to case something that you guys do. Okay, so let's go back here. So, did you share my video to your wall to be entered into a drawing for a prize?
There's a ton of shares tonight.
Oh, good. Okay. The host code this month is TGGJMERV, which I read it out loud because I didn't know if you could read my writing, but that's only good through November, and that's for all orders under $150. I went through kind of the special this month. We got to do this yet too. And Bill had talked about, okay, here's the other thing. So my weekly special is always if you order $50 between now and November 10th by noon Central Standard Time, France, you will get a free gift from me using this host code, TGGJMERV. Okay, to get to my store, it's really easy. Just right here on Facebook, you go to my blue Shop Now button, and it'll take you right to my store 24/7. And I appreciate so much the orders, the support that I've been getting. I'm really trying to push myself to a goal this year, and I so appreciate it. Today, I actually spent, the reason why Bill wanted me to do a pearl is because I call my team members the Piccadilly Pearls. And I was, I did a Facebook Live with them today about the compensation plan of this company. It is absolutely amazing. Even if you're not, if you're a hobbyist, you can still get quite a bit of benefits from it, not just your discount, but they have these things called flex points and stuff. So I was explaining that to my downline today, and I was thrilled to explain our compensation plan. So it's time for a drawing. If you have any questions on these projects tonight, please send me an email or message. I would be happy to share information with you. All right. Drum roll.
Drum roll.
So it feels like forever since I've been with you guys because of last week with Halloween. We didn't do it. So I am glad to be back, and it's going to be a whole nother week. It's going to be over a week this next time before I'm back. I will be posting, but while I'm gone, but I do want you guys to know that I'll be back next Wednesday. So, okay, there was a lot of people here this last time that shared, and I really appreciate that. So, Bill, you want to do the honors?
Let me see. Let me get down in there. Oh, here we go. Who's this?
What do you got?
I've got Barb Pick.
Oh, Barb Pick, you won tonight's first drawing. And here's what I'm going to be sending you. So I actually made some of these for tonight as giveaways. So you're going to get a 2019 calendar. And now this one I decorated, I'm going to step up here a minute, a little bit differently. I used our floral punch and I used some floral background paper. And I think it's actually pretty stinking cute. So this is, I have a thing for pink, orange, and yellow together. I thought this was kind of pretty. All right, do we want to do one more, Bill?
Sure, let's do another one.
Okay, one more. Can you reach it?
I'm reaching deep in.
Okay.
Jamie Campbell.
Oh, Jamie. Jamie, you won. She was on here.
She was.
So I will be sending you one of these also. Yay. Okay. I appreciate you guys so much. I know I say this every time, but I look forward to stamping with you and having you come on Wednesday nights to join me with this. So I plan on being here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.